Truish, your soft news bulletin delivered hot off the press to you by me, Daisy Maskell. And joining me this week as my expert correspondent is Evaldas. Hello.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. That was really good.
Was that good?
That was really good.
Was it very newsreadery?
Yeah, but that's really good. Like,
I get
very
a
professional.
lot of newsreadery.
Yeah, but that's what you want to go
You want
after
that
now.
one? You liked that one? That was
that
you
was
happy
good. You
with
don't
your
have to
intro?
repeat it, though.
Okay, amazing. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just mentioned before we started recording, I booked in a septum deviation surgery. So I'm very excited because my nose has been blocked my whole life. And I didn't know that it's blocked. I just thought people don't breathe normally.
I need to know absolutely everything about this. So I'm one of those people that at a certain point in the month, I will get extremely insecure, and at 3 a.m. I will go and submit a load of forms to different like plastic surgeons, and then the next day I'll wake up and realize like, oh, actually, like I think I'm okay, like it was just a little bit of a blip, and then I keep
That's an interesting way to drunk shop.
Yeah.
Just to book in like facelifts.
Yeah,
and stuff.
facelifts. I mean, it can be anything from facelifts, cellulite,
And then you have to message like all these
boob
Turkey
job.
clinics on WhatsApp saying I actually was
I'll
drunk.
get spammed with a ton of emails of them being like, do you want to book in your consultation? Or like, we have a Zoom
Yeah.
scheduled. And now I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It was just like a certain point in the month where I was
So
just
that was
feeling
just drunk
bad about
yesterday.
myself. But I
That's
love
so
that
funny.
you've like gone all the way and you've actually decided today was the day that you were going to book it.
So actually, it's not exactly a plastic surgery because you can get it with a plastic surgery because it changes your nose, but the deviated septum doesn't change like the appearance of your nose. But when they sell it to you, they're like always like, okay, we can change the way you breathe and make it better,
Yep.
but we can also make your nose look better. And then you have to be like, no, I'll just pay a bit less.
So you're going for the healthcare benefits of
Healthcare
this.
benefits. Yes, I want to breathe properly. Because I went to a GP basically and like, I was like, I can't breathe. And the GP was like, this is actually what they asked. They said, from 1 to 10, how stressed are you? This is the genuine question. And then they were like, how much water do you drink? And then I said, I was like, I'm actually thinking of going private. And then they were like, oh yeah, you can be fixed. They were like, it can be
Really?
fixed. They were like, if you go
Okay.
private, that's fine. It's actually crazy how much it shifted.
Oh, okay. So they're in it for the money. I see.
So
because
because they knew that this surgery takes it's like a 3-year waiting list.
Yep.
Right. So they were like, you're stressed, you need water. But when they know that I actually can go and get it, they're like, oh, you can be fixed. Actually, don't worry about being stressed or not drinking water. That wasn't the problem at all.
No, I can't breathe.
Yeah, I can't breathe. And then I just went private and because I knew that it's like a 3-year waiting list, and it was just I had to, because it's so expensive private, and I had to pay $1,000 just for the CT scans, and it was just like all of my savings for that. And you ever paid $1,000 contactless? You ever watch these videos of like guys doing parkour in France when they're just like running around the rooftops and your palms get sweaty?
Yeah.
That's how it felt.
That's sick.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to do £1,000. That is dangerous.
You want to
so
put the numbers
sick.
in. You want to feel that you're paying.
I want to do that. Give me the cash. Give me a briefcase. Like
Yes, you
that's
do
where I'm
realize that cash was there because it actually makes it real. And then I got a CT scan in, and then I went to do it, and I swear it was like I was so disappointed that it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
Because I paid £1,000, so I was like, I need to feel something for the 1,000.
They've just
and it
taken a
lasted like
picture.
5 seconds. Yeah, they just took a picture. I was like, can I stay longer in the machine? I was calculating every second. But then I booked it in, and now my surgeon, he was showing me the pictures of my nose, and then he was like, you see, there is a deviated septum there, and I was like, is it a minor case? And he goes, no.
Oh.
You're like, no. Can you see these pictures? Like, it's crazy.
You've been screwed your whole life.
Yeah, so it's kind of like there's no space to breathe. I found out my whole life. I didn't know.
That is so fascinating.
Isn't that crazy? Turns out I was getting sick more often because of that. And
Do you know what I've got into recently? Mouth taping. Which I don't know if that's to do with your nose or to do with your jaw.
so if I did that, obviously I would die because I can't breathe.
Exactly.
Like,
You'd be a horror story.
Yeah, because there's only one hole through which I can breathe already. It's my mouth. If I tape that, I'm done.
Oh my God. So what happens when, oh my God. Don't do that. Don't do that until you've had the surgery.
No.
Because I got this from, I think it's a bit of a fad on TikTok. And there were people that were saying like, but what if you just like stop knowing how to breathe in the middle of the night through your nose and your mouth is taped up? But
No, but I do think it helps. People think it's a fad, but I do think it helps. I think it actually gives you your brain more oxygen and stuff.
Oh, you're gonna be a different human. When
Well,
you've had
people
the
say that the
surgery.
first time after the surgery, when you breathe in, is like seeing colors. People say that like you go like, people breathe like this the whole time.
Oh my God.
So I'm quite excited about it. If I don't have that, I'm gonna sue the doctor.
I am fascinated to know what is on your docket this week. What have you got for me?
So there is this headline that I keep seeing, and it's like from 2010, and I see it from time to time on like Reddit and stuff, and it just always when it comes up, it just makes me laugh and it makes me think a lot. It's just this headline. So basically, in 2010, on the Pakistani to Afghanistan border, there was this guy who was crossing the border. He was like a white American 52-year-old guy, and he was caught trying to go there and assassinate Osama bin Laden.
Oh my God! I didn't think we were going there, but we're going there.
Yeah. So basically, they thought he's like just a crazy guy, and then they checked his bag, and then they found that he had a pistol, a sword, and night vision goggles. And it turns out that he was diagnosed with cancer, right? And then he just was like, "Well, before I go, I'm just gonna assassinate Osama."
That's his wish. That's his.
That's what he decided to do. And I keep seeing this pop up. Like,
why does this keep popping up?
Well, I mean, my feed knows me. My feed knows me so well.
What's going on? Are you seeing, like, is this something that's coming up on TikTok, on Instagram? Where are you being served this content?
I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on Reddit. I've seen it on, X now. I've seen it on Instagram because it's just like a funny story. Because the guy was just like, he was caught. He was sent back home. I think he's still alive now, actually. I think it's a good story. But it's just funny that someone was like, it's just a man on a mission.
Yep.
There's something, because I'm a guy, I get it. You sometimes you have this like desire to just go on a mission.
So just tell me again what was in his bag. He had a knife, a pistol,
a 40-inch sword.
Okay, so as a backup.
Yeah, and night vision goggles.
It's the night vision goggles that I am quite fascinated. Like, actually, the sword is this whole thing is.
It's crazy. And the Bible. He also had a Bible.
These effects are very interesting. Very interesting.
And there is a rumor online that basically he went on 4chan and then just posted saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go assassinate Osama." Very different. And he said, "I'm gonna assassinate Osama." And then people on 4chan told him like, "Well, you'll need a sword, night vision goggles." And there's a rumor that he just listened to people on 4chan, put it all in the backpack and just left for Pakistan.
That sounds about right.
And then he got caught. But I chose this because it's like, I just feel like there's this thing that men have is just like at one point in our lives, we just kind of have this like calling for like a stupid quest to just like go on an adventure.
Do you like a quest yourself? Do you find yourself being the person that wants to go on the quest in your friendship groups?
Yeah. I actually, I went on a quest when I was, I actually ended up in prison myself when I was.
Stop it right now. But
only for a day. I got in France prison when I crossed the border. That's kind of why I chose this, because I was like, well, I can tell the story too.
Tell me the story.
So when I was, I finished high school. I didn't want to have a gap year because I wanted to find myself. And my mom saved some money for me to go to uni. And I was like, can I just go and hitchhike? And she was like, yeah, okay, I guess I saved it for 15 years, but you can go do that.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
And then I went to Barcelona with a friend, and we were supposed to find a job there, but we just kind of ended up smoking hash for like a month, and then we didn't find a job and just ran out of money. And then we decided it was time to hitchhike home because we had no money to fly back. And it was like from Barcelona to Lithuania. I'm from Lithuania, by the way. So we started hitchhiking, and like for 2 days, we realized all of the hitchhiking movies were a lie. No one stops. I don't know, because everyone's like, I'm hitchhiking around Europe. No one stopped for us. There was one guy who stopped the first few days. We were walking, and he stopped, and we walked in. He was like, yes, he stopped. He was so drunk. It was crazy. He was just not even looking where he's going. Oh, and I'll never forget, we were driving, and then this guy, he was like, guys, let me show you my wife. And then he took out his phone and just left the wheel. And then my friend had to grab the wheel, and then we were just looking at his wife. And then we were like, okay, well, maybe we want to go now. And he was like, oh, but we only rode for like 10 minutes. And I was like, nah, this is where we want to go. This is where we're hitchhiking just 10 miles. And then he let us go. And then we just got out. And then we were hitchhiking again. And then we hitchhiked this guy stopped, like maybe even a day later. And then we got in the car and he goes, where are you guys going? And we go, we're going to Paris. And he goes, I'm going to Paris. He's like, I can drive it the whole way. It's like a lot of time, like 800 miles.
Jackpot.
Yeah, jackpot. And then he goes, but you'll have to give me some money. And we were like, well, that's not exactly how hitchhiking works. You know, like the thumb is like a symbol of we don't have money. That's why we're doing this. And then he goes, well, how much do you have? And we had 60 euros. I'll never forget. And we were like, if you take us to there, like I'll give you 60 euros. We will give the 60 euros to you. And then he goes, okay, I'll take it. So he took the money. So we had no more money. We're attached to this guy now. Like we have to be with him. This is our last money. And then we went to sleep in the car because we were driving for the whole day. And then I woke up to my friend going, help, help, help. And then I woke up and this guy was strangling my friend.
No.
And then I started shaking. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then he woke up. He was like, oh, sorry, I was sleeping. He's like, sorry guys, I was sleeping. And he just went to sleep. And then we were like, okay. And then we're like, I think we have to have a chat together. And we walked outside. And then my friend was like, maybe we should leave this guy alone. And then I was like, but we gave 60 euros. We got to stay around. And then we stayed around because we gave 60 euros. We were
Stop it. You got back in the car.
We got back in the car.
No,
we gave him 60 euros. This is all a true story.
This is... When you first said hitchhiking, because I've never done hitchhiking myself. And the reason I haven't is because there was like... I'm really into true crime. And there's been like a number of hitchhiking true crime stories.
Yeah, I listen to true crime a lot too.
I just feel like everyone that picks up a hitchhiker is... They're killers. They're serial
But you
killers.
wouldn't hear a story about, hitchhiking gone right. That's like the most boring podcast ever. So that's why it's like, there's a bit of confirmation bias, I reckon.
So you decide to get back into the car.
So we get back in the car.
And you continue your trip to Paris.
We continue our trip to Paris, yes. And this is... Cut this out if there's a small part where I was like, should I tell it or not? But I'll tell it and then you can see if we can cut it out. So we were driving and he goes, I'm horny.
Oh my God. Oh my,
you don't know where this is going.
This is red flag after red flag after red flag.
Oh, it's crazy. So we were like, but we gave you 60 euros. This wasn't part of the deal. We're not gonna
Stop it right
No,
now.
but like, I don't think he was assuming that it was with us. But he was like, I'm just horny. And then we were like, okay, what are you gonna do about it? He was like, I want to get a prostitute. And then we just went, and he just found like a lady on like a station, and then he got the lady in the car, and she was so cheery, by the way. She looked, he was like, "Who are you guys?"
I need to know what car was this? Like, how big is this car?
Oh, it was like a Ford Focus.
What?
I swear, it's like the smallest car. It's just us two and this prostitute in the back, and then this lady's like, "Who are you guys?" And then we were just kind of like hitchhiking, and this guy stopped, and she was like, "Well, that's kind of weird, but okay." So we went to a forest, and then we just got out. And we just had to wait until they had sex. I remember leaning on the car and it was moving and I felt like I'm part of it. So I had to lean back.
This is absolutely insane.
It's just the beginning.
This feels like just the beginning because
Yeah.
I'm also aware of the fact that you got into this story by saying that you ended up in prison.
We ended up in prison, yes.
So I've got the map here, and Paris is here. Where did you start out? I've completely forgotten.
Barcelona. So we just...
Barcelona. So
yeah.
where are we at? Where's the forest?
So this is in the middle in between France, it's between Paris and Barcelona.
Okay.
So
we're halfway through our journey at this point.
Yes, it's halfway through. There's still like maybe a day of traveling or
Yeah.
something. So, okay, so we know it's all done. We're back in the car. We're driving further. A few hours in, he stops in the middle of the road. He goes, we have no more gas. And we were like, wait. What do you mean? He's like, we have no more gas and I have no more money. He was like, I spent the 60 euros you gave me. So it turns out he didn't even know how he's going to get home. The 60 euros we gave him, he used it for the gas. But if not for us, I don't know what he would have done. But I actually found out what he was going to do because he was like, we'll have to steal gas from a gas station. And then my friend and I were like, well, we did give him the 60 euros. So we have to kind of stay around for this. And we're like, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So we're like, okay, let's steal. So the plan was we go to the gas station and then he puts the gas in and then he just drives off. And he was like, I've done this a million times. It always works. No one ever catches me. Uh-huh. So we go, he puts the gas in, he starts going out. And then the lady, the cashier lady, she notices him and just runs out and like tries to stop him. And he goes through her. He just hits the lady. She just goes like to the side. And then we're like, okay, maybe this wasn't worth the 60 euros that we gave. We're driving, right? Obviously, the police is informed. It's like a biggest chase I've ever been part of. It's like Grand Theft Auto. I swear, like we were going by these like little French roads and like 150 miles an hour or whatever the Ford Focus can do. So we're going. It's crazy. We stopped because the police prepared spikes. You know, like spikes from movies. I didn't know they even did those. I thought it was like a movie thing.
They rolled them out on the side of the road.
Yeah, they just rolled them out. So they rolled them out. And then obviously he has to stop now after like the longest chase. It was like an hour-long chase. Like he was just kind of going through forest and everywhere. And they caught him. I don't remember specifically, but I think there was a helicopter chasing.
What are you doing in the back of this car at this point in time with your friend? What are you guys thinking? What are you saying anything? What is he saying?
I do remember looking at each other and being like, we probably should have left after the strangling. But this wasn't a good sign. But you know what? We were like, we are getting closer to Paris really fast. We are going very fast. We were getting home.
The chase was in the direction to Paris.
Exactly.
So you were making ground.
Exactly. He was actually choosing the right direction because he had hope he's going to, run away. So the chase is happening. We stop, right? I can see through the side mirror. The police is coming with guns. They're coming with guns. There's so many of them. They come to us. They make him open the window. And I'll never forget this. This is the best part for me of the whole story. So the police is holding guns. This guy opens the window. He looks at them and he goes, "What's the problem, officer?" Okay, that part, me and my friend, we kind of like started laughing because this is crazy. The officer, he couldn't believe what he said. He was like taken aback. He's like, maybe this is the wrong guy. Like maybe I've got the wrong guy here. But obviously, they got us out. They put us in. What do you call them? Yeah, handcuffs. Yeah. And then we went to the police station. We get held there for like a full day. We got interrogated, and they kind of were like, oh, these guys seemed like they were just at the wrong place at the wrong time, because we told them we were hitchhiking. We gave them the money. We had no money. We just want to go home. The policemen were nice. They were like, just go out and just do whatever you want. So they let us go. Right. What we do is we go out, and then we talk to him, and we're like, we're still not in Paris, and we don't have the money, and we're like, should we wait for the guy to come out?
No.
So he can take us full way to Paris. And we were like, I think we should. And then we waited. He was there for like half a day more, because obviously like this procedure of like him going to jail, it's going to be a long one. So they kind of let him go
like
for now.
Like let him on bail, right?
And let him on bail, yeah. And then basically he comes out, he sees us, he starts crying. He goes, "You are my best friends." He goes, "I love you. I've never had friends like this." He was like a mid 35-year-old, maybe we were 18. He's like, "You're my best friends." He goes, "Because you waited for me, I will allow you to live in my flat in Paris and look for a job if you want to stay around." And we were like, that sounds like a good idea. And then we went to Paris and we just lived in his place for a month, looked for a job. We couldn't find one. Actually, nothing that crazy happened while we were there. He just always thought he was cursed by his mother-in-law. So he was just like playing Quran in the house to like cleanse the room from the curses. And then we were like, we want to leave. And he goes, "You can't." He goes, you need to pay me for rent. Like you can't leave. And we're like, oh, okay. And then we woke up the next morning and just left. And then we were stupid because we chose the most obvious road where he could have found us. And then he did. He found us leaving. And then because he was on a motorcycle, like a little moped. And then he got off and he had a limp from like an accident. So we were running from him and he was just like chasing us. Like, "I thought you were my friends. I thought you were my friends." And we're like, "We're not your friends. We're not your friends." And we just ran away. I'll never saw him again.
This is a movie.
I didn't know. I never said it on a podcast. I was like, I'll choose this one.
This is a movie. This is insanity. And the fact that this was all funded by your mum is just killing me.
You know what? I missed that.
That is just absolutely killing me. Like the fact that this was your alternative to you going to university.
This was my uni money.
This was your university money that had been saved up for 17 years. And ordinarily you would think like gap year versus parents paying for uni. Like
my mum knows none of this and she doesn't speak English. So this is safe for me.
I would arguably say it was worth it. This investment was worth it. This story is absolutely insane. That is like a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But you know what? Every time I see that headline pop up,
you think of this.
I think of this. I don't know why. Obviously, we're not going there to kill Osama or anything. But like, I do feel like this is kind of like a quest, like an adventure.
That is an unbelievable quest.
But it's because, you know what? It's because we kept not leaving the guy. You gotta. We didn't, because we gave him 60 euros. I'm from Eastern Europe. 60 euros back then, you probably could have bought a house.
You stuck it. It's just the fact that you stuck it through at every hurdle. Like, part of me is like, was this guy testing you to see like at what point you're gonna bail out? And you guys just continued you had your sights set on Paris.
He always tested us. There was a part where we were traveling, and then basically he just stopped at a beach to just have a swim.
Yeah.
And then we were just sitting at the beach, and then he was kind of like. He was at the shore, just doing like this, like kind of like almost like being dead. And we were like, I don't know what he's doing. It's a weird guy. And then he stands up and he's so angry at us. He was like, "I tested you guys. I pretend I died and you did nothing." He was like, "I thought you're my friends." So he kept doing shit like that. He kept testing us how good of a friend we are.
This is incredible, and you told it so well.
Yeah, I've told it quite a few times now.
So well. I want to get your thoughts on this, okay? Because this was something that came up. It keeps coming up on my TikTok. It's a lady, she's an influencer, and she's got a bit of a dilemma that she spoke about in a video to her followers. So I want to get your thoughts on what you would advise or how you would act in this situation. So she's got a decent following, and she makes a lot of like home and lifestyle content. I think she has a kid as well, and so maybe make some content with her kids too. She's in the process of getting a new kitchen done, and this kitchen is costing her £40,000, which is insane.
That's like 5 septum surgeries.
Exact 5 septum.
You can break it 5 times and get it fixed.
That would get you to Paris.
That's crazy.
40,000 times.
Do you remember how I reacted to 60 euros?
It's insane.
So do you know
right?
how much this is for me?
So it's not small, and she's also like not getting like an influencer deal on it. She's paying like her cold hard cash. So she's going through this contract that she's got with these contractors that are going to be fitting the kitchen. And she notices that there's a line in the contract that says that she has to pay a £300 privacy fee. And basically what that means is if she doesn't want the contractors taking photos of her house and posting them all over their social media, she has to pay extra. And she's obviously concerned that she doesn't want people seeing inside her home because she's got a bit of a following. She doesn't want people to work out.
So what they're saying is they're going to use this, obviously, as an advertisement of their work.
But they basically have a pay for privacy fee. And she's saying, well, I'm paying £40,000. I don't think I should be paying for someone to not take photos and post them of my home and post them all over social media. So she's saying, like, should I refuse to pay the 40K because they're refusing to take the fee out? Or should she just pay the fee? And is this an okay thing for a business to...
You know, I come from a post-communist country. Yeah. So, like, I know both sides of like very capitalist and very not. So, like, from a very capitalism point of view, like, well, you know, whatever they want, they can charge for. Yeah. But from normal and like human point of view, like, you don't really... Because you know what? Do you ever watch these GeoGuessers or whatever? Like sometimes they pop up on my reels. It's like just these guys who are so good. Like you can drop a pin in the middle of maps.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they can be like, in 2 seconds, they're like, Zimbabwe.
They'll find out exactly. But there's, do you know what? I'll take it one step further. There's actually a game that you can play online that I really enjoy playing.
I do that. I do that. There's ethno-guesser. You can get ethnicities.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
God, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
So
it's a secret one.
This is like
it's like GeoGuessr, but with races. I'm really good at it. I don't know if that's good or not, but I'm so good at it. Like I can like... If you give me, if you can, it's people. Like it's like different, like kind of Indians, and then you can just drop it on whatever part of India.
What
and then
location?
Location.
That's fat. Okay, that's fat. I haven't come across that one. So I'm doing the one where it will like drop you on like a random like farm or street.
That's how you start.
And you've got okay.
That's how you start. But the farm gets boring. The farm gets boring, and then you're like, I wish there was some people there. And then you start with Europeans, and then you're like, okay, let's go further.
Interesting. There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm actually quite. It's concerning how good I am.
Are you quite good at it now?
Yeah. I'm really good at it.
Yeah. So I get. Yeah, exactly. So I guess there would be a guy somewhere that would probably be able to find her exactly.
Exactly. So it's, these autistic guys.
Yeah, which is what she's concerned about.
Yeah, because there is a guy, in the UK who probably knows exactly, what kind of wallpaper is being sold in what kind of municipality, kind of council, and he could definitely track it.
To pay for privacy is a wild thing. I'm also just thinking about the fact that
is she going to be in the picture? Do they want her in the pictures?
No, they just want to take pictures of
you pay £200 more so we don't take pictures of you in them.
I'm trying to think as well because she's like very much a lifestyle content creator, so everything in our home looks very perfect. So there is a side of me that I'm like, what is in that drawer that like you don't put on social media that you're scared someone else is gonna now photograph?
But I guess as someone who is on Instagram, you can realize how, like, imagine you did something and then you were not allowed to advertise it, because advertising gives you probably more money than doing the thing.
Absolutely. So you can understand how they are like, well, it's not worth for us to invest all of this time if we can take pictures. Isn't that crazy that like even kitchen makers need to have content? Before you can just be like, we're selling bricks, but now like the bricks need to have like a POV and like a character. Like
top
I keep
10
seeing
bricks.
like plumber influencers, like influencers that are like plumbers, and that they're it's like that pool. Do you watch that pool guy?
Which one?
He cleans pools.
Oh, and he's just like, that's the whole thing.
He's like
but he must be hot, right?
Yeah, I guess he would be like maybe classed as like a classic hot maybe a hot pool guy, but that's not his thing. His thing is just that he cleans pools, and everyone's like so fascinated by it that I'm pretty sure he's probably earning more money just being an influencer that cleans pools than he is from actually cleaning the pools himself.
Yeah, I keep seeing those like construction workers who are just like dancing and stuff, but like they're obviously extremely hot. And it's crazy how like just being hot, like it can make you so much money now. Like if you were hot before social media, everyone's like, well, he's hot, but that's kind of it.
Yeah. Oh, you can capitalize on it no matter what your actual trade is. It's fascinating.
Yeah, it's quite insane. I was a pool boy for a bit.
No way.
For a very short time. I'll tell you, the movies are wrong. It's just the janitor underwater. Like there is no women, no MILFs.
Was it like private pools? So you would like, were they residential properties? Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I lived in Fuerteventura for a few months.
Did you? Okay, that's fun.
And then I just kind of fell into doing that because it kind of just happened. And let me tell you, it wasn't glamorous.
No affairs.
I wouldn't have made any Instagram followers. Although I don't know what kind of content he has. Maybe it's like very satisfying to watch that dirt come out.
Yeah, it is satisfying. That's so interesting. So yeah, pool guys, it's not all what it's cracked up to be.
No, it's truly not. It's just kind of like being a janitor, but like just half naked and underwater. That's it. You just kind of clean this. It's the same thing.
Because what is the cliche? The cliche is like people, like housewives, have an affair with the pool guy, right?
It must be because of Desperate Housewives.
Yeah.
Because that's where I got the cliche from.
Oh, the gardener.
Yeah, the gardener. Yeah,
the gardener. Yeah, with Eva Longoria.
Yeah.
Is that what you got into it for, really?
I won't lie that there was like a bit of hope, but I was put down by reality very fast. I mean, after 2 days on the job, I was like, no one's looking at me through the window. Also, like the way these guys looked, obviously they would be cast in the Desperate Housewives.
Yeah. Are you a Desperate Housewives fan?
I actually loved it when I was growing up. Yeah, it's crazy. But you know what? In Lithuania, you kind of have to love whatever is shown on TV.
What was big in Lithuania?
So this is how European TV works. Like the people here, they don't know, but it's kind of interesting. So basically, when TV channels are buying stuff from, like they want to buy a movie, you can't just buy a movie. You buy packs. So you get one good movie, 3 average movies, then one really bad movie. So like it all comes in a pack. So like you want to buy, I don't know, Dr. House. Yeah. You're also gonna get like a show from 1970s Australia that bombed there, and then you just have to watch it. And it's crazy what kind of niche stuff like Lithuanians or just Europeans we've seen that other people would have no idea that we know about.
That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. So Desperate Housewives was one of these shows that I
reckon it was in the pack. It was a good one.
That's so funny.
And sometimes they would rebuy from other countries, like from like France, for example. So France, what they would do is they would have the English track on, and then the French would put their own track on top. So there would be English and French.
Jesus.
And then we would buy it from them and put Lithuanian on top. So you're listening. We were watching Dragon Ball, and it was just like English, French, and then Lithuanian, one after another. It's like listening to an echo. Another thing that happened is that we had Baywatch, and Baywatch had this spin-off where it was just like what's the main guy? David Hasselhoff?
Yes, yeah.
So there was a spin-off, Baywatch at Night or something.
And Pamela Anderson, like that is the Baywatch, the classic Baywatch,
the classic
right?
Baywatch,
yeah. The red swimsuit.
Yeah, they're running, it's slow motion. So there was a spin-off where it was just like it was at night, and David Hasselhoff was hunting aliens.
Sorry, what is this? Was this just for Lithuania?
So
this is
they actually made it in Hollywood. It flopped horrifically. They stopped making it. And then when they showed it in Europe, they didn't say that it's a different Baywatch. So you'd be watching normal Baywatch, and then one day David Hasselhoff is just hunting aliens. And then the next day he's back on the beach. And then you're like, what is happening?
This is incredible knowledge that this is like equipped you with for life, though. You just know these incredible niche movies and TV series.
Yeah, because you question it. You watch it and I'm like, why are we being shown this?
That's your specialist subject. That's amazing.
We have 2 channels in Lithuania, like 3 channels. So and like before internet, you consume everything that's shown to you. So you watch like the craziest. You just like watch like elections from like 1980s New Zealand or whatever, and whatever they show you.
I feel like that's so amazing though, because it really trains your attention span to like, obviously now we talk about the fact that like TikTok is ruining our attention spans and like you'll literally watch a video for 3 seconds and if someone doesn't get to the point, you're like, done, I'm over it. I feel like this is really like this type of viewing as a child has really set you up for having like a really good attention span of giving things a chance.
Yeah, and being like open-minded, you know?
I also want just your final thought on this as well. This was something else that came up. I think this was on my Instagram actually. It's a little bit of history. Do you like a bit of history?
Yeah.
Okay. So I learned about the ice trade this week. Did you know that the ice trade was a thing?
Let me think of this. Because I feel like I've heard of it, but no, elaborate.
So I didn't know that before we had like refrigerators back in like the 19th century, people used to go and harvest blocks of ice from like freezing cold countries, from like lakes. I think it was a big thing in New England. And they were cut by hand and then they were like wrapped in sawdust, put on ships and then shipped out to countries so that people could have ice in their drinks.
I can't believe Lithuania never capitalized on that.
I mean, it would have been a great place. Pretty cold there, right?
Yeah. Winters get really cold. We could have sold a lot of ice.
How insane is that?
I guess it's not as crazy compared to what I ordered from AliExpress.
This is where I went with it. Because I'm like, I am someone that would buy anything. Like I am quite I just
Oh yeah,
love
me too.
I love it.
I there's like a dancing toy flying to me right now somewhere in Shanghai, just dancing in the box. What a waste of carbon footprint. But I'm waiting.
Like there is something about the fact that like, there was a whole process of someone harvesting ice, putting it on a ship, shipping it across the world for someone to buy. Like
it must be easier to make a fridge. Like how hard it is to invent a fridge.
But also like this was only the 19th century. This wasn't that long ago. Like how new is freezing water as a concept?
Well, think about washing machines. I've read somewhere that like it saved people like 40 hours a month just having a washing machine from having to like actually wash it. But when you have it, don't you think like I could have come up with that? You know, if it wasn't a thing, I was like I could come up with that.
Like, is there an invention where you're like, is there a specific invention that you think?
Yeah, democracy. You know, because they say democracy is like they've been invented. Like I reckon I could be like, I'd be like, guys, we should ask them, and they'd be like, wow, this guy's a genius.
I feel like mine's like gravity.
Gravity.
Yeah.
That would be easy.
Because the classic is like the apple dropping on the head, right? And then like, that's the picture I remember seeing in school.
There's a very funny bit that is not mine, unfortunately, but someone has a bit about how did you think that other people didn't notice things fall, but other people were just poor, and this guy had money, so he had time to think about it. Because someone else is like, oh, my apple fell, and they're like, go back to sewing, but he had time. He had time. I'm so glad I don't have a job. I can do shit like this. I have a VR headset at home, and then I have like a simulation of a pilot cockpit.
Yep.
And then I just I put on my Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then I fly above London.
So fun.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So fun.
It's quite artistic, but very amazing.
But like, what an amazing.
It's a shame you can't do that.
Like, it's an amazing use of free will. I can't do it. I would be so into that. Like, that's so much fun.
Someone said to me that this is how single guys, if you're single, that's how you spend money. Because like I'm at the age where I'm supposed to have children.
But like, this is so fun to be able to like spend that money on what you would have been spending on kids on flight simulators.
When I'm in the plane, I'm like, maybe I should have children. I'm flying over the Shard, and I'm like, I think I should have children right now.
So can you like take it out of the UK? Can you like go and land at? Because isn't this one of those ones where you can like practice landing at different airports? And
yeah.
Have you tried Madeira?
What is that?
Madeira airport is like insane. I think you have to get a special license to be able to land there because it's like you need to get.
It's very hard, probably.
Very hard.
What I do is I put on a podcast and I just fly like through like Switzerland mountains and stuff. It's really relaxing, but when I tell it to people, I'm like, I need a family.
I love the 21st century. Like, I just love that, like, we are just grown adults and we get to do these things. Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, it's insane that I don't, like, go to a park near my house to walk.
No,
I'm flying in the Switzerland mountains.
Like, we have just weeded out so much threat in, like, human civilization. Like, we used to be, like, worried and not have time to be doing this because we were, like, fighting bears and stuff. Like, we have weeded that out so much. Or, like, we were worried that we were going to...
need the danger. Like, we need to put the danger back in.
How adorable that, like, this is what we get to do now.
You know the rat experiment from, like, the 80s or something? It's like, it was a very famous experiment. And it was very famous at the point, but no one talks about it now. It's basically this guy, his whole life, he just spent simulating, like, rat civilizations. He was, like, quite a well-established professor, and he would create this civilization. Like he would create a box, basically, a huge box, and he would put rat in them, and then he would simulate their surroundings, basically, like how much danger there is, how much food there is, and if you make it so that they have everything, like all the comforts, they have all the food, where to sleep and stuff. What happens is that civilization peaks at a specific number, and then it drops down immediately, and they all die because the comfort makes them not just want to do anything.
This is us. I think as a civilization, we have peaked comfort.
No, again, like I should be having children, but I'm literally circling the shard, going below London Bridge, crashing, going again. Like, it's nonsense. What am I doing?
It's all downhill from here for our civilization.
It's crazy. Now, this made me realize maybe I should sell all of that and give Hinge one more go.
Oh my God, you've been an absolute joy. We have been on quite the trip on this episode.
we went places.
We have been places. What have you got coming up for the rest of the year?
Main thing is Edinburgh Fringe.
Amazing.
I'm doing a whole run. I'm doing a month's worth of shows in Monkey Barrel.
Amazing.
In Monkey Barrel, so I'm very excited for that.
It's so exciting.
The show is coming along really well. It's kind of stand up. It's just kind of stand up. There's an underlying theme, but I'm just trying to make it as funny as possible. So that's important. That's the most important thing that's coming. And then, follow me on Instagram if I can plug.
What kind of, like, is there something to expect from any of your shows? Like, is there an underlying tone, or is there like a type of person that you feel like you always see in the crowd at one of your shows? How would you describe it?
That's a good question. What kind of person? I have this old guy who came to like 5 of my whips.
Really?
Yeah, he's like a 60-something dude, and he comes to all of my whips, and then we just kind of discuss after. Like it's such a pleasure. He's so
sweet.
He's so nice, and he just always like, oh, I'm glad. Like I want to see how things change, and and follow, and then we kind of discuss after. So that's been nice. That's been like quite surprising because he's like, I don't know, like maybe 65, 70.
Yeah.
And like, I had a show Friday 11 p.m. and he still came out for like the whole
that's
hour.
Adorable. That's so cute.
Yeah, so that was amazing. I really enjoyed that. But my underlying theme is I talk about a lot about masculinity. But if I say that, it sounds that it's for men. But a thing that someone told me after a show that I really enjoyed is that it's like there's a bit of everything for everybody.
Yep.
Like I do try to write like that. I try not to like focus on one thing too much. I just want to be kind of wide. And so I'm talking about masculinity, but I do try to make it so that it's very accessible to women too.
For sure. I'm so excited to see what you got coming up for the rest of the year.
Thank you
so much for being here.
It was a
been
pleasure.
amazing.
Thank you.